What you are about to see is an academic curriculum that is rooted in evidence-based practices. The philosophy primarily rests on the combined educational theories of Piaget and Vygotsky's social constructivism. Their basic assumptions were that learning happens more effectively when students are in a collaborative and social context, that school learning should not be separated from the real world, in that learning should be connected to a meaningful context, that out-of-classroom experiences should be related to the in-classroom experience, that curricular planning should incorporate the zone of proximal development, that is, take into consideration the near age and peer group of the student. The unit you are about to view begins with this assumption. Also, according to cognitive constructive theory, students must have the chance to reflect on the subject content and the process in order to construct new understandings built on prior knowledge. In this curriculum path, assessment happens when students have both an individual opportunity to process and evaluate his or her own experience through writing, and to share and identify collective learning using language integration of listening and speaking. Learning goals are linked to objectives. The template can be easily adapted and is particularly friendly for English language learners, or those who need accommodations of task or time. The method is aligned with the most recent evidence-based research regarding learning and neuroscience. The difference from many traditional service learning programs is that this service learning curriculum leans toward the growth of the student rather than simply the completion of a number of service hours. The student is the subject and not the object of the lesson. Therefore, the affirmation, encouragement, challenge, and knowledge of the students is more important than any task they could complete. It is adaptable for any school in any place.
The TA program is a program wherein students use their time to assist teachers. And what they're doing is engaging in something that is a type of service. They're giving up their own time. And at this age, it's great that they can give up their own time for the common good and to help other people. Another good thing about the TA program is that it develops outstanding leadership skills because students have an opportunity to use what little, I don't want to say authority, but what little knowledge they have to share with others to help a teacher get along. And from what they've told me, they feel better about having shared or having given of themselves to help others.
I think the impetus behind the TA program had to do with wanting to give our students more opportunities for leadership and growing their overall leader capacity. And what we wanted to really do was stress the importance of service as the underlying component of leadership, and that we lead in order to serve others. So that's really what I think underlies and makes it work and contribute to our school culture in the way that it does. We want to give our students an opportunity to develop increased responsibility, learn how to, in the middle school years when they're learning how to organize themselves and live with schedules and do a variety of different kind of tasks and work for different people, how to add this component of service in their lives and to schedule it in a way that allows them to continue to be responsible. I think the outcome that I really like most about it is the way it has built up the community within the school. It's great to see those relationships develop where the middle school kids can't wait to come and see the children, and where the teachers of the younger children are excited about seeing the middle school kids and seeing what they can do. So it's really developed a lot of bonds within the school. As I see first grade teachers coming to talk to me about one of their TAs that's working for them, about how well they're doing, or if they have a concern about them and wanting to be involved and be helpful. And that's a really wonderful way that the program has improved the overall culture of our school.
There are 4 movements to the curriculum. The first is the introduction of a concept in the classroom. They go and do the service. They come back and reflect on it together with their peer group, and they celebrate their new learning and identify what that is. And then they begin again and set a new goal. We talk about personal responsibility, interpersonal skills, and leadership, and in fact, what the meaning of service really is.
I really love the TA program at St. Mark's. I have a really good teacher's assistant. I have loved having her as a student, as a 5th grader, and seeing her grow over the years. And she is a very mature and helpful young lady. She has helped me in my classroom tremendously this year.
It's a really fun and exciting program. It gives you a really good experience of getting to work with people that you don't really see when you're in school, and it just gives you this feeling of service, like you're really doing something. And if you say want to be a teacher, it gives you like a first-hand experience of what it'll be like. I'm working in the White House currently with a bunch of little kids, and I get to read them stories and play with them, and it's just a really great experience to see smiles on their faces. And it's great working with your mentor because sometimes it's someone you've had before and you want to get to see them again, and it's a great experience.
The TA program here at the White House has been really especially beneficial for our students because they really enjoy, above all else, just being with older children. They love playing with them, learning from them, and it really has been a reciprocal thing.
I enjoy TAing because I'm with my friends and I get to work for one of my old teachers that I used to have, and she was my favorite. And I also enjoy it because I get service hours for other classes.
We do lots of fun things while we're TAing, like we do coloring and cutting with laminate, and we organize, and sometimes she even gives us little pieces of candy.
I really like my TA because she's very, very flexible. If I have a test the next day or if I have a lot of homework, she'll just tell me to come later in the week. And I signed up again because the first year I loved all the freedom that she kind of gave me to help her with it. And I feel like the kids really enjoyed it too, and I felt like I was kind of bonding with the kids, and I felt like I was making new friends with them.
What we do in Miss Moore's room is help her color, and also we help her hang posters and play games, Spanish games, and we work together, and it's fun. It's really fun.
Service to me is something that everyone should experience throughout the school, because after serving someone and helping out people, it really changes you. I've helped younger kids in Spanish, and I've helped some people in the White House. And some kids came up to me for advice besides just like helping them with their projects, and I've given them advice. And some things that I didn't know would actually go on throughout the school happened, and I've actually helped them get through their problems.
The TAs come weekly in to help me with cataloging books and shelving them. They have free reign to do it all. They've been trained how to do it all throughout a 2 or 3 week process of me helping them. I like having them come in because they're learning, not only I'm being a mentor to them, but they're also learning respect for their teachers and their peers. I think it's a good program to give them individualism and let them go into classrooms with teachers that they had or that they enjoyed, and especially with enrichments. They can choose from art or science, but they're choosing something probably particularly that they enjoyed doing. And they're actually doing it to benefit not only the kids who are going to come into my classes, but they're benefiting themselves.
The teacher assistant themselves really love to interact with the younger children, just like little sisters and brothers. And I, as a teacher, certainly benefit because it gives me time to work one-on-one with another student who may need some extra help. The teacher assistants really look forward to being in the 8th grade where they're allowed to do this, because it gives them a feeling of importance. And some of them have even told me that as a result of this, they plan to be a teacher someday.
One day my TAs came to me. I didn't really have anything for them to file, so I asked them what the 6th grade was like. And they sat down, said, okay, we just need to unload. So they talked about how they moved around in their classes, how their classes were going. And we just had a big talk what they thought was good in 6th grade. They told me what they were having trouble with. We just kind of talked about that. And I basically just sat and listened.
We all have our own special gifts, and we might be athletes or musicians. And these students have found that They are all able to give their time and enthusiasm, and in some cases, they have chosen teachers who need their special gifts. Some are so gentle and loving with the little bitty ones, and just let them sit in their laps and they'll read to them or do any project with them. And then we have students who could certainly help with a math problem or any other academic subject in that area, and so many are involved.
When a TA commits to this program, he or she has to find time during the week to assist the classroom teacher. They have to learn to make sure that if they sign up, they are committed and meet daily or weekly with the teacher in order to find out the things that the teacher needs them to accomplish.
From a personal standpoint, my own daughter was a TA here for 2 years, and she was both in a classroom with first graders and also in an enrichment with art students. And one of the things that I noticed as a parent, again, was that sense of responsibility and that sense of empowerment that it gave these students. They had a job to do, they had things that they were responsible for, and I liked seeing that. It really kind of brought to light those things in her personality that she maybe wouldn't have found otherwise.
It has just been a win-win program. We have seen the benefit of this program for the teachers as well. They have developed a great relationship with their students. We almost never need to remind the students to go to their teachers and be assistants. It has just been such a wonderful program and a great benefit to St. Mark's.
So what does the future hold for the TA program? The next exciting phase of our program beginning this year includes incorporating a closed social networking tool for reporting, sharing, communication, affirmation, and just plain fun.